Yeah. Happy Mantra Monday, my friends, my family, my fellow leaders. I'm Caleb Jermaine, and I'm wishing you, sending you good vibrations from my mind, body, and soul. Let us invest a breath together for being together today. I'm grateful for you being here, right now. I'm grateful for you being here a little bit later and pressing replay. It's Mantra Monday, and this is the Daily Breath. I'm Caleb Jermaine, Coach Caleb, and I'm grateful to serve you with another day, some value. And I got a cool schedule for us today. Before we begin, I just want to say again, I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm thankful to be here with you. Shout out to everything in between that allows us to be here. Our resources, our connection, the internet, these hardware, this material. Thankful for it all. Thank you to the consciousness, the universal spirit that's breathing through us all, that enables us to choose and make decisions. Today you've decided to be here with me, and today I've decided to be here with you. This is the Daily Breath, and I am grateful because today is Monday, and on Monday it's Mantra Monday. And on Mantra Monday, I just want you to be aware of how you speak to yourselves. As I work on being aware of how I'm speaking to myself, my inner mantras, my inner dialogue, when I am successful and when I'm not successful in my endeavors, how am I speaking to myself? When I wake up in the morning, before I breathe a bit more, how am I speaking to myself? When I'm thinking about my family, my friends, my fellow leaders, and the task, how am I speaking to myself? These are the questions of Mantra Monday. How am I speaking to myself? How are you speaking to yourself? And how are we feeding our system so we can curate the life that we deserve? So we can curate the reality that we envision. On this Mantra Monday, I believe that there's power in our words, but before our words, we have something else that's really powerful. And we all share it. Not everyone can speak the same language. Not everyone can communicate in the same vibrations and tones. But we all breathe together. And this is something that we all share. It's the universal spirit that must be renewed daily. And when it's not, we feel the effects of it. We feel the constriction. We feel the elements. We experience the diseases, and we look back on the shallow breathing that initiated so many experiences from fight and flight responses that we have to come back to and apologize. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Before we get there, let's do our best to appreciate the breath and breathe deep so our temples can be renewed. So we can respond in the way that the great God wants us to respond. So we don't respond or react in the way that we've been impressed upon in so many ways through the medias, the songs, the tones, the television, the pressures of the matrix. Let us take a break from the matrix and create our own matrix today from the breath of one. And so today, before we begin, as we continue, I would like to start the day with a guided meditation. And today's guided meditation is going to be a heart-centered meditation. And in this heart-centered meditation, we are going to remind ourselves that we are chosen. We're going to remind ourselves that we are loved. And we are going to remind ourselves that we are not alone in this process. And I get to guide. I get to share. I get to practice with you. So let's begin. Go ahead and sit comfortably wherever you are. I'm going to set a timer on my timer here. And we're going to go for a good 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 7. And we're going to start with gratitude. We're going to work our way to the divine presence, however you believe, God, Yah, Jah, Krishna, however you believe and identify. We're going to thank that for choosing us from day one to day now. And then we're going to think about loved ones who have spoken life into us. Perhaps it's a mentor, a grandmother, a father, a child. Maybe it's the look you receive from a pet, whatever it is. We're going to feel that vibration, remember those words, and we're going to infuse that into our temple and into our vibration now. And then we're going to remember a time in life where we had to let go and let God, or we had to take a step back and observe that we were not on this journey alone, and we do not have to do life alone, and we are not doing this on ourselves. The surrender. So here we are. Step 1, 2, 3, you are now aware of where we're going and how we're going to do it. But for right now, let's begin. Breathe in. Breathe at your pace and let that divine presence circulate through your nose, through your mouth. Continue to breathe at your pace, at your rhythm. And as you're breathing, notice your breathing. Notice any tension in your body. Today's guided meditation is led with intention on gratitude and love. Our attention is on the divine, and our attitude is on gratitude. So let us sink in the presence. Feel your body sink into your chair, relax your shoulders, let them drop a bit. Perhaps you're holding your breath in your chest. Let that go. Breathe. Now I want you to take both of your hands and place them over your heart and feel your heartbeat as you're breathing. As you're breathing the divine, universal essence that initiates the presence that allows our hearts to beat, our eyes to see, our ears to hear, our minds to be. On this next breath, as we breathe in together on 3, thank the divine presence, whether it's God, Yah, Jah, Krishna, whatever it is in your life that you believe. On 3, believe it, thank it, and breathe it. 1, 2, 3. And slowly exhale. Go ahead, let's do another breath. 1, 2, 3. And at this apex, thank it for choosing you. Thank it for breathing life into you. Thank it for breathing life into you from before you were here to the day you were born, to the 5th grade, to the 6th grade, to age 13, to today. Exhale. Since before we can remember, the divine universal spirit has chosen us, has chosen our temples to breathe its spirit and to receive it and reflect it in our own unique way. However you reflect it today, be there fully and be grateful. Continue to breathe at your pace and notice the tension in your body. This is the beautiful body we have, and in this beautiful body we will be. And on this next breath, I want you to think of someone who loves you tremendously without a doubt. Someone who speaks life into you without a doubt. Maybe it's a phrase you heard 10 years ago, 10 days ago, or an hour ago, but it felt good and it's undeniable. You know it's love. On this next breath, hear that mantra, see that person speaking that mantra to you. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Slowly exhale. And as you're exhaling, visualize that person's face. Visualize their body, the mantra, how it feels. And as you're visualizing and hearing the mantra from within, on this next breath, as we inhale, walk to them. Hold your breath. And now I want you to see yourself from their eyes and speak the same mantra into you in the same vibration with the same joy, undeniable love. Speak it. You are loved and chosen by the divine. You are loved and chosen by the collective. You are valuable. Each and every one of you reflecting the divine in your unique way. Today, we are grateful together. We know we are chosen by the divine essence as this prana breathes through our lungs. We know we are loved, not by just that essence, but also by ourselves and human beings, pets, and experiences around us. Be grateful. Be that. Feel the heartbeat. Notice your tension in your body, whether it's in your jaw and your shoulders, in your legs. Let your feet drop to the floor. And on this next breath, we're going to remember a time where we had to surrender. We are going to remember a time where we came to a knowing that we needed help and assistance, and there was no other choice. And in that motion of needing help and assistance, we surrendered. You surrendered. As we think about this time in our life, we're also going to remember how we were met in that surrender. Met with what we needed, met with the solution to the obstacle. On this next breath, on 3, let's remember that experience. Let's touch our scars of the past, just for a second, and realize that we're healed. Breathe. Remember to let go. See yourself. For me, I see myself in the hospital. I can hear the doctor saying, "Caleb, we need you to be realistic." I let go. I surrendered, not to the doctor, but to the all, to the divine. I was not realistic and I did not believe, but I was met. Where were you met? As you surrendered in that middle way, where were you met on the other side? For me, I have my leg today, and it led me to meditation. What is it for you? That time of surrender. What tool did you discover? And how can you use it more efficiently today? Breathe in, breathe out, and let your body do what it's designed to do. Breathe and be. And continue to breathe at your pace, and you can let your hands fall down to your legs or to the side. And notice any tension in your body, whether it's in your jaw, in your eyes, in your neck, shoulders, knees, or toes. Wherever it is, just notice it. Thank you for practicing this meditation with me. This is a heart-centered meditation that allows us to reassure ourselves of being chosen by the divine, being loved by the divine, and being supported by the divine. Every day, all day, we are supported. Thank you for joining with me today. I am Caleb Jermaine, and this is the Daily Breath. I'm grateful for you being here. I'm grateful to share this meditation with you. If you found value, that's awesome. I did. I love this midday reset. It works well for me. And I imagine it's going to work well for a few of you out there too. If it does, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're let known when I come live again. And you don't miss out on the content that I'm creating from within with my teammate, the Divine. Today, this is an awesome meditation that you can do in your own time, wherever you are. You can do it for 1 minute, for 10 minutes, or for an hour. However long it takes for you to remember that the Divine has chosen you and you're breathing that, and that you are loved and supported. It's now ours. Today, we are going to keep going on the Mantra Monday. This is the Daily Breath. I'm excited to be with you. We have a song of the day that's coming up. I totally meant to put this up there for the meditation, but it's okay. Things happen. Shift happens. And that reminds me of this article I'm writing called Shift Happens that I'll be uploading later on today. And I'll be putting that on my newsletter that I'll be launching very soon. So if you like what you're enjoying or feel what I'm delivering, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and also add yourself to my email list. There's a community of almost 900 people there right now who've been building for about a decade slowly. And we're going to give them all a bit of value for the week. And I would love for you to be there. We're grateful. We've done the intro. The question of the day is, how are you flipping your mantra? The mantra flip of the day is flipping from I get to I got to. From I get to I got to. And so oftentimes in life, we're like, yo, I got to go to the gym. I got to go to the grocery store. I got to get up and go to work. And yes, it seems like we have to do these things because they are necessary for us to take care of life's activities, keep our roof over our head, feed our bellies, take care of our family. Yes, they all make perfect sense to feel like you have to do them. But the mantra that I would like for you to impress upon yourself this week is flipping from I gotta to I get to. Because picking up a loved one or going to the grocery store, going to the gym, even paying bills, it's a get to. It's an opportunity. It is an opportunity. And we get to do these opportunities. And the vibration that comes from get to is massive and it's expansive. And the vibration from I got to is quite restrictive. Restriction is good in a lot of ways. But I don't want you to restrict yourself, your mindset, nor your mindfulness. And I found a lot of value in switching and flipping this for myself. And so much that I gotta do it often. Often. And this is what excites me about Mantra Monday so much, because every Monday I'm afforded to get to. It's another day of practice. And I'm sharing with you because these practices work for me. And they will work for you if you do them in your way and you feel the vibrations through these mantras. And so flipping from I get to I got to is going to change your life. I guarantee it. Give it a shot. Let me know how it affects you. Let me know how it affects the people around you. You'll notice some good sensations. So that's the flip of the day. We're going to flip from I get to I got to. And that's one thing I want to share with you guys today, my friends, my family, my fellow leaders, on this Mantra Monday, the daily breath. We are sharing a heart-centered meditation and a mantra shift for a mindful Monday. The mantra shift is from I get to, or from I got to I get to. And since we've led the meditation and we've dove in, and now we have the flip of the day, I would like to share with you the song of the day, which are we back on? It looks like we're back on, my friends, my family, my fellow leaders. The internet was interrupted for a second, totally kicked off, and I was talking, and then the internet was not connected. And I was like, shucks, that's tough. But shift happens, right? And that's what we were talking about, the shift and the daily breath. And we did make our way to the song of the week. I believe we were right there. And so I want to share with you a song of mine. And this is an awesome song that I wrote for an album called Generation Wellness. And it's now available on all streaming platforms. These songs are sweet. And I am grateful to share with you today's song, Peace Protector. Here we go.
If I don't protect my peace, who will? If I don't protect my peace, who will? I must protect my peace. I must protect my peace. If I don't protect my peace, who will? If I don't protect my peace, who? Let go what things can't control. Wake up with an attitude of gratitude. Walking with an attitude of gratitude. Thinking with an attitude of gratitude. Talking with an attitude of gratitude. Acting with an attitude of gratitude. Living with an attitude of gratitude. Even when I win and when I lose, I got a gratitude of gratitude. Even on the weekend, even on the weekday, even when I play, even when I'm serious, thinking when I have to take my peace. When I choose to ignore all that negativity, trying to knock down my door.
This is
it's not a competition. This is your time to just listen. Everything cover position, every arrow in position. Yes, breathe in, breathe out, be your best. Promise to never give less. You were built for all the tests. You were built for the success. Yes. Sometimes you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta say yes. Sometimes you gotta be alone. Sometimes that's for the best. Sometimes you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta say yes. Sometimes you gotta be alone. Sometimes that's for the best.
Yeah, baby. Sometimes you gotta say yes. Sometimes you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta be alone. Sometimes that's for the best. Sometimes you gotta say yes. Sometimes you gotta say no. Sometimes you gotta be alone. Sometimes that's for the best. Yeah, that's Peace Protector, my family, my friends, my family leaders. That song is available on my website and on all streaming platforms. And I'm grateful to share that song with you. It's a positive mantra song that I produced about 3, maybe 4 years ago. And it's on the album Generational Wellness. That is an 11-song album full with positive mantras built for success for you. And I created the entire album. So if you have some time, come over to my website, calebgermain.com, and you can listen to that. You can download it and choose to pay whatever you want. And that's awesome. We're open to receiving at the highest levels possible. And right now, I am excited to do my daily reading from one of my most favorite books. One of my most favorite books today. This book is called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. One of the greatest books ever written. And today I get to read it to you on this Mantra Monday. Today's chapter 2, the effect on thought and health and the body on this Mantra Monday. This entire text is about the power of our words. In the front, it says, here, I'll read this front entry before we get to chapter 2. Mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes. The tool of thought and, shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. Chapter 2, As a Man Thinketh, the effect of thought on health and the body. The body is a servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed. At the bidding of unlawful thoughts, the body sinks rapidly into disease and decay. At the command of glad and beautiful thoughts, it becomes clothed with youthfulness and beauty. Disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. Sickly thoughts will express themselves through a sickle body. Thoughts of fear have been known to kill a man just as speedily as a bullet. And they are continually killing thousands of people just as surely, though less rapidly. The people who live in fear of disease are the people who get it. Anxiety quickly demoralizes the whole body and lays it open to the entrance of disease, while impure thoughts, even if not physically indulged, will soon shatter the nervous system. Strong, pure, and happy thoughts build up the body in vigor and grace. The body is a delicate and plastic instrument which responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed, and the habits of thought will produce their own effects, good or bad, upon it. Men will continue to have impure and poisoned blood so long as they propagate unclean thoughts. Out of a clean heart comes a clean life and a clean body. Out of a defiled mind proceeds a defiled life and a corrupt body. Thought is the fount of action, life, and manifestation. Make the fountain pure, and all will be pure. Change of diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. When a man makes his thoughts clear, pure, he no longer desires impure food. Clean thoughts make clean habits. The so-called saint who does not wash his body is not a saint. He who has strengthened and purified his thought does not need to consider the malevolent microbe. If you would protect your body, guard your mind. If you would renew your body, beautify your mind. Thoughts of malice, envy, disappointment, despondency rob the body of its health and grace. A sour face does not come by chance. It is made by sour thoughts. Wrinkles that mar are drawn by folly, passion, and pride. I know a woman of 96 who has a bright, innocent face of a young girl. I know a man well under the middle age whose face is drawn into inharmonious contours. The one is the result of a sweet and sunny disposition. The other is the outcome of passion and discontent. As you cannot have a sweet and wholesome abode unless you admit the air and sunshine freely into your rooms, so a strong body and a bright, happy, and serene countenance can only result from a free admittance into the mind of thought, of joy, and goodwill, and serenity. On the faces of the aged, there are wrinkles made by sympathy, others by strong and pure thought, and others are carved by passion. Who cannot distinguish them? With those who have lived righteously, age is calm, peaceful, and softly mellow, like the setting sun. I have recently seen a philosopher on his deathbed. He was not old except in years. He died as sweetly and peacefully as he had lived. There is no physician like cheerful thought for dissipating the ills of the body. There is no comforter to compare with goodwill for dispersing the shadows of grief and sorrow. To live continually in thoughts of ill will, cynicism, suspicion, and envy is to be confined in a self-made prison hole. But to think well of all, to be cheerful with all, to patiently learn to find the good in all. Such unselfish thoughts are the very portals of heaven. And to dwell day by day in thoughts of peace towards every creature will bring abounding peace to their possessor. Peace and dynamic blessings to each and every one of you. We have just read chapter 2 from As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, one of my most favorite books ever. On this Mantra Monday, I am Coach Caleb Jermaine, the artist, and I am serving you with my gifts that have served me. This book continues to change my life in the best way when I am able to be honest with myself and notice my thoughts and things of that nature. Because there's chapters in here that really, it's tough to put into words, but I've read this book over 1,000 times, and I've listened to it many times after that, still do, and it's always brand new, like the daily breath. Brand new, it's new, we got new properties, feeling new vibrations, we're seeing new things, and we're less constricted and more abundant, fragrantly expansive. This is awesome. Mantra Monday, I'm grateful for each and every one of you being here with me, wherever you are, all over the world, off this YouTube. I'm grateful for you being here. Today's daily breath incorporated the gratitude breath that we started with, the intro and the question of the day. How are you flipping your mantra from I got to I get to? We did a 5-minute, it's like 7, heart-centered meditation where we remembered being chosen by the divine, God, Yah, Jah. We recognize how we're chosen. And then we thought about human beings or companions, friends, pets who love us unconditionally. And we thought about them, and we got into their eyes, and we spoke that life into ourselves. And then we remembered a time when we had to let go and let that universe meet us as it always does. But at this time, we had to surrender. That was an awesome meditation. I like to do that in the morning. So it sets the tone in gratitude, and I'm surrendering to the things that I woke up with the pressures of, because Even though I'm here today live on this beautiful YouTube with you, winning the morning and turning these thoughts and flipping the mantras is something I've been attempting to do for over 2 decades. And it's a little bit successful, a little bit more successful, a little bit more successful, then real successful. And the same mantras that used to be there, they come around sometimes, but I say hello, and I flip them. It's awesome. And so today, I'm sharing things with you that work for me. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when we're going live and you're let know of all that good stuff. The recommendation of the day is to flip your mantra however you can, from I got it to I get to. The song of the day was Peace Protector by myself. I wrote it, I sang it, I recorded it, I mixed it, I mastered it for the Project Generation Wellness. That was a collaboration with the awesome organization Generation Wellness that teaches emotional intelligence, different ways to connect with your body and your mind. They teach this through schools all around Washington and Oregon, the Pacific Northwest. I was able to create this album in the smallest room I'd ever lived in while I was in Los Angeles, in a tremendous transitioning time. And I had to practice so much at this time to even be able to record these songs, because life was giving me the right materials to wave the white flag, per se, to sink into the lower vibration mantras and feel like this ain't meant for me. But the more I stepped back and observed and got into As a Man Thinketh, and I primed my vibration, stayed in that supplied vibration, these songs kept coming and they kept coming. And I was in an Airbnb in between, living in different places, and I was able to create this album. And I'm sharing this with you today because I forget where I was sometimes doing things that I get to enjoy now, that feed me now. So that's a backstory of the Peace Protector. And I'm so excited even more because this week I have several For Me workshops here in my hometown of Tacoma, Washington. Tomorrow night we're going to be with the Tacoma Refugee Choir in Tacoma, sharing the For Me workshop, a little bit of breath work, tapping into the divine. And on Wednesday we're at Liberty Middle School in Spanaway, where I got a full day with one of my good friends, Jimmy. He's a teacher there, and we're going to teach several of his classes. We're going to practice the For Me workshop with several of his classes, be open to questions, and serving with our gifts. This is a duty of mine, and I'm grateful to serve with my gifts and to be of service with my existence. Thank you for being here. Today's reading was from As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. If you have any questions, concerns, or found value, feel free to reach out, drop a comment, share this with a friend, family member, anyone. I'll be grateful for that. And I'll be back real soon. Today's Mantra Monday. Flip that mantra. Be aware of your words, your inner speech. I'm going to do the best I can. And send my love vibrations to each and every one of you where you are. This is Mantra Monday, the daily breath. And that's a wrap. Stay well, y'all.